already discussed we had already discussed about the primary lymphoid organ in the first lecture. We have seen that the primary lymphoid organs are the thymus and the bone marrow. So today we will be talking about the secondary lymphoid organs, but in that we will be talking about only highly organized secondary lymphoid organ. These are the lymph node and spleen. A little bit about MALT also we'll discuss in this lecture. So secondary lymphoid organs which are present in the periphery of the body. Primary lymphoid organ functions we had already understood into the first lecture. So we have tonsils, lymph nodes, spleen, Peyer's patches of small intestine, and many other small junctions are there. Lymph nodes are present like junction in all the lymphatic system. Whatever this junction node like structure you are observing, in the case of the human, this appears as a kidney bean shape. So we had already learned the functions of the primary lymphoid organ, and we know that the major function of the primary lymphoid organ is production and maturation of the lymphoid cell, as well as lymphocyte uh, is getting the ability to recognize self from non-self into the primary organ only. Then what is the secondary lymphoid organ's role? So the most important role is it is giving the site for the humoral as well as the cell mediated immune response. Here whatever antigens are present which are trapped, and it provides the site for mature lymphocyte to interact with an antigen. So now in the primary lymphoid organ, lymphocyte has got the training. Now they are getting the pavilion here to fight against certain type of the lymphoid organ. So when we talk about the secondary lymphoid organ, it includes the lymph node, spleen, tonsil, etc. Lymphocyte proliferation is also occurring here, means the lymphocytes which are already matured and have got the role, have understood their function. So here they can multiply, they can increase their number. So secondary lymphoid organ, mature lymphocytes will be here, means from where the mature lymphocytes will come, it will come from the primary lymphoid organ. So this mature lymphocytes will come and contact with the antigen. Now how the antigen will come here? How the antigen will come? Antigen will come with the antigen presenting cells. We have studied the role of the immune cells, in that we have learned that the dendritic cells and macrophages are the professional antigen presenting cells, and they are wandering into the blood circulation. They are moving, so they catch up the antigen and they brings here. They brings suppose example, one theft has stolen some purse or something. So if a police officer will catch that theft, so it will what it will do, it will take it to the nearby police station, right? But if it is a terrorist attack, so what they will do, they will take it to the some other court and all, and everything will done. So simply it is like that. This the role of police officer is played by antigen presenting cell. They are catching up the antigen, and then this secondary lymphoid organs are acting as a police station, where they are taking the remand of the whatever theft and whatever person who is doing the criminal job. They are taking the remand of them and they are teaching them lesson. So exactly here also happening the same. That's why I have given you the example of police and police station. So these antigen presenting cells, or you can say the macrophages, dendritic cells, they all are catching up the antigen, but this antigen must get the permanent lesson. There should not come, they should not do the things, na? They should not do the crime again, so they must learn some lesson. So same way these antigens are been caught, and they are taken to the secondary lymphoid organs, and in the secondary lymphoid organ, the major cell mediated immune response and humoral immune response, which we have already learned in the acquired immunity lecture 1, right? So in that we have seen how the cell mediated immunity and humoral immunity occurs. So this actual site of cell mediated immunity and humoral immunity is the secondary lymphoid organ. So this antigen is checked and presented to the lymphocytes, and they are doing their role. So this is the primary site. Highly organized secondary lymphoid organs and lymph nodes and spleen. Actually, we all are going to learn in detail about lymph node and spleen only, because the 70 to 80% job of the immune system is done here only. So and thereafter we have mart, we have cart, and many other thing, prayer patches. So all this we have, but these are not having the major role into the immune system. In this lecture we will be talking about three only. First we will talk about lymph node. Okay. Looking very beautiful. So when we talk about the lymph node, secondary lymphoid organ have the lymphatic ducts. Lymphatic system is different than your circulatory system. In the lymphatic system, I have a diagram. See this. This is your lymphatic system. So it has its own ducts, own vessels. So this vessels you are observing is the lymph vessel, not your blood vessels. So on that junction, you can say so many lymph nodes are there. So these are the lymph nodes. When you will see the lymph node, see here also we will be talking about the systematic position and the histology, like we have learned into the primary lymphoid organ. So when we talk about the systematic position, we have seen that it is present all over. In human, it look like bean or kidney shape. One side of lymph node has indentation, hilus, from where the blood vessel enter and exit the node. Several afferent lymphatic ducts enter into the lymph node at numerous sites. When you will see only and only one afferent lymphatic duct exit from the hilus. You can see only one afferent lymphatic vessel is there. It is exiting, and many efferent lymphatic vessels are there. Now see, afferent which is entering, coming in, efferent which is leaving. So you can see so many are there. That means this is connected. This is taking the antigen loaded macrophages and all from so many sites, but exit only one. Now what will go from this exit we know very well. Entry में क्या है, the most abundant thing in the entry will be the antigen presenting cells. They are bringing their antigen, or you can say they are coming with their problems, and they here it is going to give the response. It is going to be very much particular for the formation of cell mediated and the humoral immunity, and whatever product is been formed. The product can be the cytokine, the product can be the your this antibody. It will exit from here. Okay. Now when what is the response? Lymph node response. Antigen produced by the antigens, whatever proteins produced by the pathogen, and cells enter through the afferent duct, and cells and the antibodies to this antigen exit through the afferent duct. Just now we have discussed antigen will enter from afferent and antibody will exit from the efferent. Afferent duct cells, if you will observe, so they are rich in the antigen. Now, when you will talk about the histology, so you can see that it is having a tough capsule. The capsule is collagenous, that means it is having a strength, and you can see the trabecules are there. Trabeculae you cannot see here, but in this diagram you can clearly see the trabeculae. Trabeculae, in the first lecture I had already explained you, trabeculae are the septa which separates the gland inner parts, right? So you can see the trabecules are there. Then when you will find that it is having the regions which I have colored with the various color. So what are the regions? Each and every region is specific for one type of the cells. So how many regions we can see? The lymph node is differentiated in the outer cortex, you all can see, right? Then thereafter we have the paracortex, then we can see the medulla. So when we talk about the cortex, I told you that each and every region has assigned a type of cell. So when we talk about the cortex, so cortex is the outermost layer, as well as it is rich into the B lymphocyte, macrophages and follicular dendritic cells. All these cells will group together and they form the primary follicle. You can see the follicles here. This primary follicle is nothing but the team which is processing the antigen. Now this primary follicle converts into the secondary follicle also. How it happens we'll discuss later. Within this, the secondary follicles will form, and this germinal center develops a site for rapid multiplication of the B cells. Now, what happened exactly? Listen, these are the primary follicle cells. So, I'm taking this one particular follicle. So this is having the macrophages, this is having the dendritic cells. So what they will do, they will combine, they will build a team, they require the T cell also, they will check whether this antigen is required, the processing means this antigen is new, or it has we have the already built antibody receptor for it. So they will check and they will multiply very fast, and plasma, they will form secondary follicle. If the task is completed, primary follicle will do the major role. They will check, they will see whether what can be done with this particular type of antigen, and then they will form the secondary follicle. This secondary follicle will have the dividing B cells. We know that once the antigens antibody is formed, B cell, what they do, they differentiate with one that particular antibody receptor, and they increase in the number, and first of all they will form their one memory cell, and thereafter they will form the plasma B cell. What is the role of this plasma B cell? The plasma B cells are assigned to form the antibodies. They will form they will secrete the soluble antibodies into the plasma. So they, all this thing is done, multiplying and all this will not done into the primary follicle, because primary follicle is a very busy region where they have to process many antigen, because our body is exposed to many antigen whole day. So that time they will divide some cells and they will form the secondary follicle, and this secondary follicle will form the antibody and all. So only judgmental part is done by the primary follicle. Now we will see the second region, that is I have marked with the red color, that is the paracortex region. You can see it is between the cortex and medulla. So this paracortex region will have lots of T lymphocytes. The paracortex also contain the many interdigitating dendritic cells, and these dendritic cells will have the MHC2 molecules on their surface. That means these dendritic cells have completed their task of antigen presentation, and they have come, they have brought the antigen into the process form, because we all already have learned about the cells of immune system, that antigen, process antigen is shown to the T cells. Which T cells? T helper cells. So here they have come with a request to the T cells that we have brought the antigen, now you please process it. So when we talk about the medulla region, it is after the cortex region. It consists of the lymphocytes along the strands of connective tissue fiber, which is known as the medullary cords. Now, these medullary cords are separated by large medullary sinuses, which contains the plasma cells. So here, what thing will come? Scavenger phagocytic cells will come, and antigen or microorganism carried by the lymph. These are trapped into the lymph node, by interdigitating dendritic cells, which will act as antigen representing cells with the cooperation of the MHC2 molecule. So all this will result into the Th cells. This Th cells will activate the B cells. After this, some B cells will Th and dendritic cells. This leads to the formation of the secondary follicle. Secondary follicle leads to the formation of plasma cells, and this will secrete antigen specific antibody and T or B memory cell. This memory cell will develop during the primary immune response, will remain forever, because we know that the memory cells are formed first time only. So this is all about the lymph node. Once again, we will revise lymph node. Just give me 1 minute. So what we have learned about the lymph node, that basically the lymph node is the major site where the humoral as well as the cell mediated immune response occurs. Then we have learned that it has the three sides, the three region, roughly three demarked regions are there, and inner part is also divided by the trabeculae. So when we talk about the parafollicle, paracortex, so paracortex have the primary follicle, then cortex region have the primary follicles, and this primary follicle is responsible for the checking and the humoral antibody. But in the paracortex region we have seen Th cells are there, and then we have seen the medulla region where the secondary follicle reaches. See, formation of secondary follicle is done into the cortex, then they are transported to the secondary follicle, and this secondary follicle will prepare the fully functional cells and will send that particular plasma cells into the blood. So this is all about the lymph node. Lymph node cortex, we have already learned that it is having the B lymphocytes and macrophages follicular cells. These are grouped together to form primary follicle. Primary follicle can be clearly seen into the original histology slide. Then we have learned about the paracortex, that it is present between two, that is the cortex in the medulla, and it is known as the paracortical area, which contains lots of T lymphocytes. The paracortex also contains the interdigitating dendritic cells, which express large quantity of MHC2 complex on their surface. Then we have learned about the medulla. Then we have seen that medulla consists of lymphocytes arranged along the strand of connective fiber, which is known as the medullary cords, which is separated by medullary sinuses and containing the plasma cells and scavenger phagocytes. Then what is the mechanism of action? We know that they interact between the B cell and Th cells and the APC cells. Now what is this interaction? We have already learned, but just for a revision I will explain. APC cells are the antigen presenting cells. They are just wandering into the bloodstream, and their role is catching up the antigen and presenting it. So what they do, as soon as they are getting any harmful substances and they detect that this particular substance can be harmful for the body, and it is antigen. Now what is antigen? We are going to learn in detail the properties of the antigen into the next lecture. So these antigen presenting cells will take a small antigenic region of that particular antigen, and will flag it on their body surface. So how will do they flag it? They are going to make help of this MHC2 molecule, and this MHC2 molecule will be expressing the antigenic part of that antigen, and thereafter, as it is MHC2, we know that Th cell is also two type. So Th2 cells will be handling the case, and two will be reacting with the CD4 receptor, and this CD4 receptor will be taking care and will activate the B cells, and they will give the signal to the B cell by the interleukin 2 molecule to produce the antibody for this particular antigen. Next, highly organized secondary lymphoid organ is spleen. Now, where this spleen is present, this is the systematic position of the spleen into the body. So, when you will talk about its position, so it is located into the upper part of the abdominal cavity behind the stomach and close to the diaphragm. Most of the time you might have seen that we get pain when we have some cough or something. So that particular region, because of the load, high load of the antigen antibody reaction into the spleen. So when we talk about spleen, so it is the solid encapsulated secondary lymphoid organ. It is deep red in color and it has the direct communication with the main arterial circulation. You can see it is directly connected with the arterial. Now we will talk about the histology. The spleen is covered with the collagenous capsule and it is divided into many smaller compartments by the trabeculae. You can see the trabeculae here. There are two distinct regions in the spleen and we have named them as per their color. One is the red pulp region and another is the white pulp region. We will just discuss in short about what is the red pulp and what is the white pulp region. When we talk about the red pulp region, so it is having the large number of blood-filled anocytes containing the phagocytes, plasma cells. This red pulp is concerned with the destruction of the old RBC. Means we have learned that the age of RBC is 120. So what happened when RBC completes its life? So its destruction is done. After that, their destruction and whatever their spare parts are there. So all these things are being used. So this is the graveyard of the RBC. This red pulp also reserved for the RBC. New RBC, whatever is been formed, they are reserving it. So overall, their role is in the formation and destruction of the RBC. Now our concern in the immunology is the white pulp. So white pulp is the branches of the splenic artery. This is forming a periarterial lymphoid sheet. Periarterial lymphoid sheet is also called as PALS, P-A-L-S. The white pulp is mainly populated by the T cells. The primary lymphoid follicles are attached to the PALS. Now, primary lymphoid follicles we had already discussed in the previous organ. What are the role of it? The role is they are checking up the antigen brought and whether it is the re-exposure or the new antigen. Now we all know that B antigen, whatever antibody has been formed by it and whatever antigen has encountered, so encountered before and they have made the antibody, so they keep record of it. So this checking job can be done by the B cells only. So that's why the primary follicle will be reached into the B cell and some of them contain the germinal centers. These marginal zones located peripheral on the outside of the margin of the pulse and these are populated by the lymphocyte and the macrophages. Blood-borne antigens and lymphocytes enter in the spleen through the splenic artery. Blood-borne antigen means the antigen which has taken entry directly into the blood. So directly they will come by the splenic artery. The artery divides into the arteriole which empties into the marginal zone. Now which empties means if they are just releasing the antigen in that particular region. In the marginal zone, antigen is trapped by the interdigitating dendritic cells which carry into the pulse. So you can see whatever things are brought by this. So whatever antigens are there. So here abundant macrophages are there. So these antigen are not presented by the APC. These antigen are directly blood-borne antigens, and they are brought by the splenic artery here. So here only their processing will done. Lymphocyte in the blood enter the sinus marginal zone, and it will migrate to the pulse. The initial activation of B cell and T cells will take place into the pulse only. Interdigitating dendritic cells capture antigen and combine it with the MHC2 molecule to present to the TH cell. As I told you, here the process antigen will not come. Processing of antigen will be done into the marginal zone of the pulse region, and they will present here only. They will process it, and here only they will present to the TH cells and activate them. This activated TH cells then further activate the B cells, right? Only TH cells cannot do anything. They requires the B cell for the production of the antibody. These activated B cells together with the TH cells then migrate to the primary follicle. I told you the major role of the primary follicle is the decision making, what to be done with the antigen. So the primary follicle develop into the characteristic secondary follicle if decision is completed. Yes, now the antibody has to be formed. So that particular time they will convert into the secondary follicle containing the germ line centers, and then thereafter period of division and maturation of the antigen activated B lymphocyte will be done, and it will go for the further division and differentiation into the plasma cell and the memory cell, as we have already learned. So what we learn into the spleen, we have learned that the spleen is having the collagenous capsule. Then we have learned that it is also divided by the trabeculae, and it is having the two region, white pulp and the red pulp. Red pulp is all over related to the erythrocyte, their formation and destruction occur. White pulp is our immunology concern region. So here we have learned that they have the abundant B cells, and they form B cells forms the primary follicles. And when the splenic artery is bringing the blood-borne antigen into the marginal zone, so it is emptying the antigen. So this antigen are catch up by the dendritic cells as well as the macrophages, and there only they are doing. Now see, we have learned into the this lymph node that APC cells are bringing the process antigen. So here process antigen will not come. Splenic artery will bring the raw antigens directly. They will bring the antigen, and the processing is done into the spleen itself. And there only they are presenting to the TH cells, and TH cells will uh, go to the B cells, and they will mix up into the primary follicle cells, and from the primary follicle cells they will take the decision. That means they will design the antibody for that particular catchhold antigen, and they will convert, or they will divide into the secondary follicle, because one single antigen may might have not come, it may have come into the complete army. So they also have to form the defender army, right? So for that particular region, secondary follicle will form, and this secondary follicle will form the plasma cell as well as the memory cell, and the antibody, overall the result is antibody will be formed. Now next, mucosal associated lymphoid tissue. Mucous membrane is approximate 400 meter matlab surface area when we talk about. So it is approximately 400 meters square in our body. So that means the body large area is covered by the mucous membrane. Mucous membrane will come all type mucus, where the mucus is formed. We know whatever entries are there, our gastrointestinal tract, our this respiratory tract, so all are the mucous membrane only. So this mucous membrane is the most common pathogen entry site. Why? Because most of the mucous membrane have the opening. So these mucous membranes are protected by the mold. Organization varies. Most organized matlab means when we talk about the mold, so on the basis of its organization, mold are just a tissue-like structure. But out of that, many organized might are there. Organized means their modified forms are present. So these modified forms are Peyer's patches, tonsils, and the appendix. Gastrointestinal tract, IEL, unique gamma delta TCRs have major role. Then we have the lamina propria below the epithelium of the M5. Then B cells we have T cells. Now this M cells allows the antigen entry. M cells means the mild cells. So they take the antigen inside and they have the unique architecture. So this is all about the mild, but the major role means major task is played by the spleen as well as the lymph node. So this is all about the secondary lymphoid organ. Next lecture we will be discussing about the antigen.